Hey, it's Nooch, and hey guys, unfortunately this video has been kind of coming for a while. You guys know Nooch was very disenchanted when the game was down for 3 whole days, and the initial payback for that was just nothing. And before that, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, guys. I know that there are good 400 of you out there that have subscribed to Nooch specifically for Lego Legacy, and man, I love you guys. I really appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun, and I hope we can continue to have fun on the channel. Nooch is going to be playing lots of games, having a lot of fun. Hopefully, you can stay here and play games with Nooch, or just tune in and see what's going on. But guys, I don't. It's not even like an official quit. I don't. It's the game's just done. The game is done. All the big creators from before it, Bricko, quit months ago, 6 months ago. We don't think about it. Bricko quit 6 months ago. Bricko, the biggest creator. The other guy before that, I can't remember, the bagel guy, quit 9, 8 months, 10 months ago. I mean, the game just isn't developing. They're just not developing the game. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. But we're going to do is, Nooch's going to load up his day one video, day one of playing Lego Legacy Heroes Unboxed. We're going to watch that video. We're going to kind of react to it. Nooch will kind of react to his first Lego Legacy video while also talking about the state of the game today and where we're at, and just why Nooch just doesn't feel, I just feel no motivation to log in. So let's jump into that. And, guys, it's a tough day, but let's have a little fun. Okay, so here we are. We're gonna start this video. Let's make sure the desktop audio. Okay, so here we go. Get ready. This is I watched this from. This is Nooch's original intro for Lego Legacy Heroes Unboxed. Hey. What? Hold on. Let's watch that again, because that was a major. This is a major zoom. I don't think this is a horrible intro. I like the idea of it. Boy, those graphics are rough, though. I remember what Nooch used to do to cut out letters. It was just a mess until Nooch Cosmo showed me. So let's watch that again. That's just kind of fun. Kind of a precursor to today's intro. When Nooch brings it in there, but it's actually the Nooch Too Good symbol coming at you instead of this big. And it doesn't take up the whole screen and it just comes right on there. So yeah, kind of a precursor. It's Nooch, and we are starting a new adventure tonight. Lego Legacy Heroes Unboxed, and this is okay. Let's go ahead and mute Nooch. So look at green and yellow hued Nooch down there. I mean, I was playing with green screen. I really didn't know what I was doing with it at the time, but yeah, a little cringy, but not horrible. You just getting started. But boy, Nooch has jaundice. That's the feedback from that video. Okay, so guys, let's talk about this. This was day one. It was an exciting game. You got lots of cool graphics and interesting stuff, and it was a fun game to play. Honestly, Lego Legacy is a really fun game to play for somewhere in the range of 5 to 6 months. And then at that point, you start looking around and wondering, now what? What am I going to do? What is the content that's going to keep me coming to the game? What is the end game content? Now, if you're interested in just playing a collector game, okay, you can play this game. But even then, we've had 2 new characters released this year. 2 new characters released since last September. That's 7 months, guys. And the developers are talking about releasing a lot of new characters. But guys, the developers, and I'm sorry, developers, guys, I love you. You're great people. I'm having no problem, but we've had developers talking about releasing a lot of things in this game for a long time. So let's just get. Oh man, this is so sad. Let's get into the reasons. Number one, number one reason. Well, it's probably more like number 6. The number 6 reason. I don't know. Let's stop ranking them. A big reason Nooch is not playing this game is, quite honestly, guys, it's just boring. It's just boring. You log in every day. You loot. You auto arena. You loot. You don't play bricks anymore because it's been the same thing for the last year. Bricks came out a year ago. It's been the same thing for a year. Nothing has changed. Nothing has been altered. No improvements really made. Slight improvements. A new team here. It just there's just nothing. It's just boring. It's like honestly, it's 20 minutes of my day that I'd love to have back to do something interesting, like play. I could play one game of Wild Rift in 20 minutes and have a lot of fun. Be competitive, playing against other people live. I can go into Galaxy of Heroes and I can play a Grand Arena live against another person, or I can play Galactic Conquest, or I can play. There's lots of game modes I can play that require skill and talent. You can do raids, and all this stuff requires you to actually play the game. In LEGO Legacy, at this point, you know, Nooch has been playing since last June, so almost a year. It's been months and months and months of nothing to play, except for the occasional All-Star event. You know, and that's number 2. When they do get something good, when you bring out the All-Star events, or we have the Master events, you get them, and then they disappear. They disappear for 3, 4, 5, 6 months, and they're just gone. You know, guys, when Nooch first started this game, the Master events were the most exciting part of the game. It's like, build your roster. Build up your castle roster to get Primo. Build your pirates up to get Master Wu. Build your space up to get Ghost. And you would build, you had this goal in mind. I want to get this goal of building to this Master event. And even when you built your team, the Master event was still difficult. You had to play it 4, 5, 6, 10 times to get. There used to be goals. For the first 6 months, you have goals. You can build those teams, go play those Master events, and then there's just nothing. It's just not followed up. Yeah, they released a 6-note of Primo the other day. That's a year later. It's a year later. It's a year later. A year, Minnie. It's just, everything is so slow with the game. I mean, Master events was just something to build around, and it just stopped. So it's just. Let's listen to Nooch a little bit here again. Let's cheer up a little bit. Free-to-play characters to collect, and Nooch is really going off of that. So the Hiker and Bricko are really important here early, and there's another one coming up, I think. The Hiker and Bricko are really important. Hiker and Blacktron Dwayne. Who told Nooch that? Whose idea was that? That was probably Bricko's idea, because Bricko loves Bricko, and Bricko suggested you get Bricko early on, free to play. Horrible. Wow, bad idea, Newton. Bad idea, Nooch. Okay. Another reason Nooch isn't playing anymore. Constant development delays. Constant development delays. You know, we were supposed to have raids back in like September. Then it got pushed to October. Then in November, they just dumped the whole team and put a new team in there. And then as content creators, like a month and a half ago, we were in chat with them, and they had, and this is so we're talking 5.5 months after they had started the game. Well, 4.5 to 5 months after the new development team had taken over the game, they didn't even know. They didn't even know where the raids were in the code. They had never looked for the raid. 5 months into playing the game, the developers had never looked for the raid. You know, I'd have to think. So this new development team took over in November. And guys, again, great. I have no problem with these people. I hope you're successful in your careers. I really do. I just you know, you would think that the developers would come in, and they said they were playing the game from the beginning, and that's great, and that's what was needed. They needed to come in and play the game because they didn't know the game. They didn't understand what was going on. You'd think maybe they would give themselves a speed run. Like, get rid of all of the inhibitors and just play through the game. Play it constantly for like 2 weeks. All of them. Play it constantly for 2 weeks. Figure out where it is. Read the friggin' feedback all over gosh darn Discord. But that was the thing. They came in and they wanted to do Facebook. For some reason, the new development team said, let's go with Facebook. Nobody pays attention on Facebook. We get like 15, 20, 50 comments. On Discord, it's constant chatter all day, every day. And they just ignored Discord for like the first 4 months. There was constant chatter everywhere, even on Facebook, about raids. Where are the raids? Everybody wanted raids, and they did 4.5, 5 months, and they hadn't even looked at the code. They didn't even know where raids were at the time, and that's really... But it's constant delays. It's this new tournament mode, delayed. Gear level 8, delayed. What else? I mean, just... New stuff delayed. Let's listen to Nooch again. Leveled up one hero, so we collect that. We get one item for the shop. And see, we're collecting experience points and gems and gear with all of these completed achievements. Yeah, listen how excited Nooch is. Daily activities, sorry. Yeah, so excited to collect all this stuff because it's so exciting to be here. Collecting all this stuff, you got no characters. You're getting Magisto tiles. You're getting all these tiles for Argenta there. I mean, you get lots of great stuff at the beginning of the game. It's a really fun game at the beginning for like 4, 5, 6 months, and then you just look around and you say, am I just playing a collecting game? Am I just playing a collecting game where there are no new characters to collect except every now and then? I don't know. So delays, raids, new characters, tournaments, yeah, just delays. Number 5, we have 2 more reasons. These are the 2 absolute biggest reasons that Nooch just has no desire. Again, it's not an official quit. I just have no. There's just nothing. There's no reason to log into this game. It's just a dead game. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. It's a dead game. 2 more reasons. Number 2, just no new content. That's been the theme of everything Nooch has talked about so far. This is nothing new. Everybody who plays this game constantly talks about no new content. Everybody, all the time. The last piece of daily new content in this game is Brickspedition 12 months ago. Let me say that again. The last piece of daily new content in this game, let's modify a little bit, is Brickspedition almost 12 months ago. It might be 12 months exactly. There's just there's just nothing to play. Guys, Nooch does not play games just to collect stuff. I don't. I play Pokemon Go with the boys because I got to hang out with the boys. This is years ago. But, we played for a summer and then we all moved on because it was just collecting. It's all it was there's no skill to it. There's nothing interesting. We like games where there's challenges, games where there's, you really have to work at it. And there's just nothing. There's nothing in the game. And when they come out with something good, when they release I know I'm rehashing this, but when they release All-Star events, like that All-Star event, where Nooch had to do the city note, and we sat there. You guys sat there with Nooch on a live stream. Nooch was raging, trying to get through this All-Star event. I created a Nooch 2 Rage meme just from that event because I needed it. I was pacing around the set here, trying to figure out how to beat that node over and over and over again until we finally beat it. It was triumphant, and that was 4 months ago. Guys, we haven't seen that event since, and they haven't really. I guess the Corn Cob event was kind of like that, but I don't know. You get something good. To me, you just hammer on it and build from it. You don't just let it sit there for 4 months and not release it again or not do something similar or whatever. But so that's no new content, guys. Nothing new there. Everybody's been saying it forever. And before we get to the final reason, let's go ahead and let's listen to what old Nooch is saying. Nooch from a year ago. It's like 11 and a half months ago when he first started LEGO Legacy Heroes Unboxed and was first making YouTube videos. Let's see what green and yellow Nooch has to say down there. A time we're going to take her out right here probably with the Flying Friday. Now we've left nobody for the Poppy healer lady to heal. We're going to take her out and boom, slow motion chicken suit guy. Like I mentioned, we'll put the sound on in the future when we're kind of doing when we're commentating videos. That was kind of fun, right? Slow motion chicken suit guy. Man, that was a blast. You don't get a lot. This game has really good graphics and a lot of fun. A lot of fun animations and everything. And that was the big thing that drew Nooch to at the beginning. Nooch, honestly, I did not grow up, playing with a lot of Legos. Everybody plays with Legos, but I was not a Lego collector. And, the graphics and the animations and the sound effects were a lot of what drew Nooch to the game. And, but that only carries you so far when you have no in-game content. So, okay, guys, here's the final reason. And this is really more of a root cause. This isn't really Nooch's specific personal reason for not just having no desire to log into Lego Legacy. It's kind of the root cause at the base of this game from day one when the game was launched in a beta environment. From day one when this game was launched in the beta environment, from day one, the Lego company has not been invested in this game. And it reflects and it shows. You know, there's been very little to no advertising for the game. I think people said they saw 1 or 2 ads when the game first came out. And maybe this is all because from the very beginning of the game, it showed no income potential, you know, and that's still true today. The game is just not, it is not generating revenue. And even with one of the most lucrative monthly or bi-weekly packs out there, the booster pack, it is so much value for this game. It really is. It's a ton of value for the game. But even with that, and with this giant player base of, you know, I don't know how many downloads there are. There's at least 1 million. Probably more. There's probably somewhere 2-3 million. I don't know. But regardless, Lego has not supported this game. Lego mobile games, by the way, are just, man, just sad. Just Lego Star Wars Battles is just sitting there, wasting away. Still being played by a few people, but just it's not the game that it could be because this whole Lego Star Wars debacle going on. So Lego has not supported this game from the very beginning, and that's really reflected in a couple of things. It's also reflected in the fact that they chose Gameloft to run it. Guys, if you go out there and look at Gameloft's top games, you're not going to recognize very many of them. They are not a top tier game development company. And man, you're Lego. You have a worldwide brand. You have Lego stores like in every city. Like a specific store for your product that people go in and spend more money than they would spend on the streets on this stuff. You go into a Lego store, you can build stuff. It's an adventure. It's fun. It's exciting. Lego is a huge brand, and they chose this Gameloft to develop their game, and they didn't support it. They didn't advertise for it, and they didn't. It's the root cause of everything that is a failure with this game. Maybe the game just wasn't good enough from the beginning and never generated enough revenue, and that's why Lego didn't support it. But maybe Lego just really didn't advertise the game. You know, perhaps if in some of their daily programming, you know, Ninjago's running on anywhere, Hulu, I don't know. Other Lego programming out there that's on their YouTube Lego shows, if they've been running any kind of advertisements, you know, you can get a lot of bang for your buck with a few $10,000 bucks. $10,000 goes a long way on YouTube for advertising. It really does. I'm not gonna look it up. I know that $10,000 can buy you, I don't know, 500,000 ads on YouTube. I'm sure it can buy at least that many. And I don't know that they did that. I mean, nobody's ever seen the game advertised. So the fact that Lego's not been invested in the game from the beginning, and it's definitely not invested now, and hasn't been for 9-10 months, and Gameloft is out there. Gameloft is not invested in the game. They, in October, just said, hey, let's just flip over the development team overnight with no cross development. Nobody's going to stay behind to help the new team out. Nobody's going to work with them at all to help them build this team. Nobody's going to teach them what's going on with the game. How they're just abandoning the game. And I think a lot of it has to do with the revenue of the game. The revenue of the game is, we've talked about it, like $70,000 a month. And for a game that's under development with 4 or 5 developers, it's just, that's not going to cut it. That barely pays their salaries. Maybe in Ukraine it doesn't. But so there you go, guys. It's not, I'm not like saying, hey, here's why I'm quitting, or it's Lego Legacy is a dead game, guys, and I'm really sorry. You know, even for you guys that know Jester Gogo, who this game is basically the love of his life. You know, on Nooch's last stream, he said he understood why Nooch was frustrated with the game. On Twitch, Nooch's last Twitch stream playing Galaxy of Heroes. Even Jester understood why people were frustrated with the game. So I don't know what else to say. There's just no reason to log into the game. And I don't see anything that's going to come along that's going to motivate Nooch to do so otherwise. I really do hope a lot of you guys all stay on the channel, and pay attention to what's going on YouTube. You can tune in on Twitch. We're doing Galaxy Heroes and some Wild Rift content over there. Eventually, we will play Star Wars Hunters when it comes out. That'll be a third-person shooter game, mobile game that Nooch is going to play and going to try. And I really am still hopeful that Lego Star Wars Battles gets widely released on mobile once Lego Skywalker Saga is released. I would assume those two go hand in hand, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know. But I still remain hopeful of that, and if that happens, Nooch will have that content available. So let's take one more listen to Nooch before we head out here for the day. Listen to old green and yellow Nooch. We're not even going to look at these. We're just going to press these special abilities till we take everybody out, because it should be pretty easy here. Looks like this bomb's going to drop on everybody, I'll bet. Nope, dropped on one character. Oh, let's see what that debuff is, just for fun. Dodge down. So reduces dodge chance by 20. So that character has 20% less chance of dodging an attack. Little did Nooch know how valuable dodge down can really be in this game. Alright guys, well thank you for tuning in, thank you for watching, thank you for all your support. I hope you can continue to support the channel. We're pushing to 1,000 subscribers. We're gonna get there. Unfortunately, the non-development of this game in Lego Star Wars Battles has set us back a little bit, so Nooch is kind of regrouping and coming back strong here with some new content. So please watch and continue to do so. If you got contents, put them below, and while you're doing that, guys, always remember, Nooch too good.